against your skin and it never impales you, and it stays on permanently.
Oh, that's so smart.
Item. So that's a shawl sandwich, and we have lots of different colors and designs over here for you to check out.
That's awesome. Jessica, I am so excited. We're here. I can't wait. Vlogging. These are our Maryland vlogs. These are our Maryland vlogs. we're near the front. So excited. Me and Erica are on theme with our matching coats and our matching hats. We're excited to be back here. It's been 2 years. It's been 2 years since last Maryland. So we're excited. I'm sorry that this is shaky.
I don't care.
I'm walking. But we'll see you in there.
You see the joy?
The joy. Good morning.
I did already donate.
You don't have any federal rewards. We're good.
They got my fingerprints already all over.
I know, I'm so excited. All right, and that's the 2024 Maryland Sheep and Wool season.
Yep.
Is officially over for us.
Yep, and we're gonna go home and we're gonna show you all the goodies that we bought shortly.
All right, we'll see you at home. Bye. Hey guys, it's Erica.
And Jess.
Welcome back to
Twin
Or Knits.
A knitting and style podcast.
Holy cannoli, you guys.
Holy cannoli, guys. We've been gone for 2 weeks because we were preparing for Maryland Sheep and Wool. And that has come and gone. And here we are to do a haul and Stash Galore 2024.
As Stash Galore 2024. So, in the rules.
Yeah, in the rules.
It's okay if we go to a festival.
Yeah.
That wasn't the only loophole. So, you saw all the lovely things that we shared. So, I am just going to start from the top and work my way through.
Sure.
Okay. First thing I purchased when we were unpacking at Yarncentrick was another Tannei Casey sweater bag.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's really not my fault. She tempted me with her siren song. As soon as we were walking by, I saw this pattern peeking out. And I was just like, oh my God, what is that? And then Christina was like, oh, that's nice. That's a pretty pattern. And then after I bought this, you know what else? Alyssa from Cake Wool was like, oh my God, I have that print. I was like, it's good to know we have the same taste because I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
So I bought that. Then I'm going to do Yarncentrick and then you can do Yarncentrick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, because I didn't really buy much.
Yeah. Then I got from Keira Wiggins a pink Tweety braid.
It's a good braid.
And as you know, I've been spinning a lot more. I do have to finish spinning another braid full of coral to finish my sweater. But I just wanted to buy a couple of other things just to have in between as a fun project. So I got this. She is Keira, KeiraWXYZ on Instagram. Her fibers were amazing. She also had hand spun yarn. Our neighbors were Porter Wool.
Oh yeah.
And so it's Porter Wool Co. And I just realized that they were across the way. And I just kept looking at their stuff.
Yeah.
So it's tempting. Why would you put fiber near us so much when I have so weak? I am so weak.
Erica can't go into anywhere. She can't leave the house without spending money.
Literally.
Let's just.
Sometimes I don't even leave the house and I still spend money.
That's true.
But I saw this from across the way and I was obsessed. Look at this.
It's so beautiful.
It has sparkles. This is a art bat by Caitlin Porter.
Yeah.
She was so fun. It's 3 ounces of Targi top and it's called the kitchen sink bat. But I thought the colors were fun.
Yeah.
I just thought all the sparkle and the colors were fun. And then look at that.
So then I also picked up 2 little batlings because I couldn't not. It was just so good. I kept seeing the little tufts of wool on the high shelf.
I know.
And I just was like, this would be so nice to just spin and ply.
Yeah.
Spin and ply, spin and ply.
Oh, these are mini batlings. So these are Targi kitchen sink batlets.
Yep.
That's cute.
I'm like, I think they're super cute and I think they'll spin very well.
Oh, I think so too, for sure. And then
we both picked up the same
skein.
Well, not the same skein, but the same color.
So this is the colorway Wildflowers in her merino nylon 4-ply. You know that I don't need any more sock yarn, but I bought more sock yarn.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
It is such a pretty color.
Like, we both saw it and we were like,
I'm like, we have to go back. We have to go back.
yeah.
So we did. Well, we didn't have to go back because they were right there.
But it's so good.
Caitlin was there, I think, with her sister and the baby. And I'm sorry, but he stole the whole my attention. We were all obsessed with him.
Yeah.
He was so cute.
He was in there with us in the trenches.
He is so cute. He's a happy baby.
He is a happy baby.
And then I also bought a basket.
You did. You and Kelly.
Yes, the basket is from Frogget Yarns. And I just, you know what? Like, it's funny because, like, you see people at Rhinebeck using these all the time, and it's like a thing. And I was just like, am I a basket girly? But, like, I decided that I just wanted one. And when I bought it, I was like, oh, no, I like it. Like, I like the idea of being able to put my project and I can work on it and I can put it in the car next to me and then I can take it out and take it to the restaurant with me. Like, I just like that. Then I also got some Chelsea Luxe boucle. It's called Chelsea Luxe Baby Boucle. It's in the color Ignite. And
it's a beautiful color.
I just thought this was so pretty. I do have a very similar base from Cake Wool that I bought at
the Makers.
No, this was the Philia Yarn Crawl.
Yeah.
And our friend Sarita, she was helping Alyssa at the Cake Wool booth. She had the cutest cloud bow top, and it was done in this base.
Yeah.
So I was just like, well,
Sarita always knows how to pick, like, really, like,
beautiful
curly,
patterns.
flowy, like, with a puff sleeve and a
feminine
peplum
patterns.
and a ruffle, and, like, I don't know how she does it, but she does it
is she Dr. Sarita? Right?
I'll link her on the Instagram.
Yes. If you don't follow her, you should, because she has, like,
really good style.
Really good style. So I'm, depending on how much I actually have of this, which I mean, this just one skein is 874 yards, and I have, including the Cake Wool one, 3 of them. So, like, I'm kind of tempted to make a dress, because you can make a dress out of the cloud bow.
Oh yeah, you could.
Like, how cute. So, I don't know, but, like, you know, the goal was to buy yarn to finish a project, and because I wasn't going to use that anymore for my vest, I'm like, well, I can make that, but I need more. I could stripe it. I was going to get one, and then I couldn't decide on which one, so I got both.
Yeah.
Okay, that's that. Then, I got some Fashion School Dropout.
Me too.
I got
How can we not?
I know.
Kelly's so good.
I know. I got one skein of Bucket Hat and DK.
Oh,
for the summer, I'm making another framework bralette.
It's so cute.
I
love that color. I think that's my favorite
festival
fashion colorway.
And I also got the same color bucket hat in 7th Avenue, Surrey. I'm going to pair this with some of the mini skeins, I think.
Yeah.
From one of her advents, because I have 2?
Yeah.
2 advents. I'm going to kind of make something with all of this.
I also picked up the 7th Avenue Surrey and the Somebody. And I thought this would pair nicely with my Wheel of Time advent. Because I definitely wanted to make something stripey with it, but also with mohair. Or something fuzzy, Surrey held double.
Yes.
Or held together. And I just thought this also will play off of the colors from that advent as well, because it has like the golds and the blues and purples, and I thought it would just go really nicely.
And that's from her Daisy Jones collection.
Yep, Kelly always hits it out of the park. I freaking love it. It's my favorite. I love it so much. And then
Do you want to do magpie?
No.
Oh, yeah, I don't have mine.
I want to do my Black Pearl Magic.
I know, I didn't wear mine.
DARN.
I know, that's okay.
So, Shayla was Kelly's booth neighbor, and I have been kicking myself since not purchasing this during Cake Palooza last year, because I mentioned to her that I wanted one.
Yep.
And then we got super busy.
As one does.
And then we packed up and we left. And then we came home and I was like, dang it, I wanted
A sweatshirt.
So this time I specifically went to her booth and I was like, I want this one. So she held it for me until, near the end of the weekend, which was really nice. And I love it. I love that our friends make merch so we can, rep them.
That's so nice.
Because,
Black Pearl Magic.
Black Pearl Magic. Oh, I love it. Also, I think this is my favorite bag ever.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
Yeah, you love your little aliens.
I do. I feel like I've used this one the most out of all of them since I bought it.
Yeah.
I will move every single project to this bag, even if it sucks. Because I love it so much.
You crack me up.
It's the truth.
Well, since we're talking about magpie next, do you want to talk about your stuff?
Yeah. So, because I love this so much, we went to Magpie Studios and we saw Twin Mountain Design was there with a little pop-up. And when I saw this UFO tag, girl, I lost it. I literally was like, oh, I need this specifically for this bag because
what's better than a cute little UFO hang tag on your alien project bag?
Right. So cool. So then I was telling her, she was telling me that it's for, you write your project name on here with a Sharpie so you can see what project's in the bag. That is the practical application for this. Am I going to use it like that? No. I just think it's so cute that I just wanted a charm on my bag.
Yeah.
And I love it. She was so sweet and saw my reaction to the UFO that she gave me her alien stitch marker. And that was really sweet, and it touched my heart, and I was like, I love this fiber community so much. Not because she gave it to me, but because she was really thoughtful and really, saw my reaction and was like, you need this. I can make more. You just need this one. So, I'm really excited. It's living here with my UFO, and it just makes me happy. I also got, it was funny, because I also got this cat stitch marker holder in blue because that's also my colors. And it was funny because you really saw all of our personalities through the stuff that we bought.
Yeah.
Which was really funny.
Is that everything you got?
Nope. I also got this because it was May the 4th. And I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, and so is Erica. If you see,
oh yeah,
the back here and back. Well, you can't tell, but up.
Oh, up here is I can take it down.
Okay. It's the Rebel Girl Gang, where it's
so it's Leia, Rey, and
Jyn Erso.
No, it's supposed to be Padme.
Oh, it is supposed to be Padme.
Oh, it is dirty.
But we love Star Wars so much. So I had to get this sticker. I think I'm going to put it on my Owala. So the Millennium Falcon yarn thing is with me always. I'm so excited.
That's cute.
I love it. It's my favorite thing.
Okay, so I got some also Twin Mountain handcrafts. I saw these. She was talking to me. When I say she, I mean Leslie. Mm-hmm. She was talking to us, and she did their new line, their new little set was Day of the Week panties.
Undies.
Undies. So, like, I got Day of the Week undies. I thought they were freaking hilarious. Oh, you know what? I also got a necklace at Yarncentric. I'm wearing it. I forgot about it. It is from Indigo Jewelry. And the charm says, bitches knit stitches. And I thought it was really funny. Me, Shayla, and Emily from Fangirl Fibers, we all got matching necklaces. And I love how, like, all the charms kind of lay down. But yeah, that's my newest. That was also
your newest acquisition?
My newest acquisition. I love jewelry. That was a good piece. I was just excited to have it. Then I also got buttons from Twin Mountain Handcrafts. They are pink sparkly buttons. And I am going to use them on my Cozy Stripes cardigan. I pulled it out. I double checked to make sure that, you know, I think it was going to work. And it is. I like the colors with it. And also the button band also has sparkle. And there's some sparkle like throughout a little bit of the thing, of the cardigan, the fabric of the cardigan. So I thought that was fun. So I also picked that up. I also, because I can't help myself, you see this, it's a package. It's an empty package of Chow-Goo needles. Because I got to the point where I finished my project where I couldn't go because I forgot to bring my needles. And I couldn't progress. So I bought needles and I bought yarn. So this yarn, which I'm going to add to my label chain for the year.
Nice.
This is from Teal Torch Knits from Portland, Oregon. Oregon from Portland. Anyway, this is called Dirty Pop.
It's really
and
nice.
It's fingering weight. It's TTK sock. It's 75/25 superwash wool and nylon. And I just saw this color. They had a ton of brights at the Magpie. I think it was just like a trunk show. And I was like, you know, I kind of really love this. I don't have any socks like this or any yarn. I don't have any yarn like this in my stash. And I just thought it was really cool. So, like, I immediately caked it up.
What was really nice is that Magpie actually has a community, like, winder.
Yeah.
So they can wind it for you, or if you feel comfortable enough to do it yourself, you can do it yourself, which I thought was really nice.
Which was
And it's
amazing.
out, and it's, like, accessible, so you don't have to feel weird about being like, can you wind up my yarn? Because sometimes that's
kind of weird to ask sometimes in places. I will say the winder that they had, like the actual ball winder, was from the Fiber Art Supply thing, like company, Fiber Art Supply Company. And it moved so smooth. It was the nicest experience I had winding yarn ever. I was like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah. This is nice.
Yeah, man. That was all we got at Magpie. Moving on to Maryland, Sheep and Wool. We were not supposed to buy yarn, and here we are. Keep going. I just could not stop.
Me either. But YOLO.
So we got to start.
It was in the rules.
It was in the rules. It's okay. It's meant to serve us, and we can change it however we need to.
Exactly. But that was part of the rules, so technically we're fine.
Yeah.
We had to be in person.
We were in person.
Exactly. So we're fine.
I'm realizing that most of my purchases is in person. Like, I don't really buy online. I'm realizing that. But that's okay.
Yeah.
The first thing we bought was this bag from Distal Think, right?
Yes.
Distal Think Fibers.
Oh my gosh. I saw this and I gasped. Because, like, it's Princess Leia. Because May the 4th happened during Maryland Sheep and Wool, and this commemorates that. Like, how often is two things that we love going to, like, meld?
I know.
So perfectly.
I just love that it says, like, the yarn company name, Maryland Sheep and Wool, and May the 4th. So without actually... You know what I like about this? Sometimes I get really weirded out about things. I don't like, I like dates that commemorate things, but I also don't like dates that commemorate things.
Right.
I don't
this
like
doesn't
things that
have the
carve-
actual year on it.
Yes. It says May the 4th, and
Yeah.
it says sheep and wool.
Yeah.
So, like, I know that I got it at Maryland Sheep and Wool on May the 4th without being like, May the 4th, 2024.
Yeah, and then it dates it, and then you're like, oh.
So to go along with the Distal Fink bags,
Yes.
we also got 2 skeins of DK weight yarn in the color Lightsaber.
Yep, give me 1 second to find it. There we go. I mean, how could we not? Like, this was like the perfect Star Wars, like, thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I cannot. Because it was just so good. I love Star Wars so much.
Me too.
Like, I know that we're Marvel girls, but I think deep down in my heart, like, Star Wars is number 1.
Really?
I just love Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So, I love these colors. Erica and I are going to use them for an heirloom cardigan.
Yes.
So we're gonna...
So Emily from Fangirl Fibers had the most epic cardigan, like the heirloom cardigan sample. And she did hers not fingering held double like the pattern called for. She did it in DK.
Yep.
And it was so soft and squishy. When I tried it on, I almost didn't want to give it back because it was that comfortable.
But it's a gorgeous sweater.
Oh, yeah.
So we were like, this will help tie in all of the DKs that we already have.
Yeah.
So it's also part of the rules.
Yes. So I did buy from Angel Luxe Fiberworks roving. I bought some Cornwall roving. It was just white because I thought it would be, I just thought it would be really nice to have just a plain white base to ply with for some of the other fiber that I purchased.
Yeah.
I just thought it would be fun because then that way I would have a really nice barber pole. I also thought it would be nice to have like a small intermediary project while I'm still working on my spinning for my weekender. Okay.
And then we always have to stop off and say hi to Jerry and Irina from Flying Fibers. We always get their
so good. We get their
show colorway. These were the last 3
skeins
that they had in stock. So I grabbed 1 and Erica grabbed the other 2.
So these are one of a kinds, and this one's called Spring Garden.
It's so beautiful.
They did have another show colorway, which we went on Saturday. We went on Sunday. And she said
that it had sold out within the first 2 hours,
which is great. I'm glad they sold out of their colorways.
Yeah.
I'm very sad that I did not get the lilac color because that would have been gorgeous. Yeah. But I'm happy I was able to get the pink one.
Yeah, me too.
So to pair with this, I got just undyed wool, and I'm going to stripe it in a shawl.
Yeah, me too. I got Winery Moon Hops.
Yeah. That's a pretty green.
I know. I really like that it was like a springy green.
Yeah.
And this color also has traces in here.
Yeah,
and I
here,
really
you can see it right there.
Yeah, I really wanted to showcase this color, but I also wanted some knitted piece to my bridesmaids outfit.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to knit this into a shawl for the wedding.
Yeah.
Because I think this will be, like, it'll be a nice little,
like, piece.
Handmade touch. Not that anything else is not going to be handmade, but I mean, like, this is me, right? So, like, I'll have a little bit of wool in my whole
thing.
Yeah. My whole outfit, my whole backstory, my whole, like, character design. Yeah. Oh, and then because I had no chill, and I expected to cast this on right away on our way back home.
Yeah.
I bought this
ball
winder, this hand ball winder.
Is that from?
It's by Crinkles.
Oh, I love Crinkles' tools.
I do too. They're so nice. And
Does it have the Flying Fibers logo?
Sure does.
Oh, nice.
It's so cute. I thought I was going to be able to wind at least the first 2 colors and get it started before we swapped driving. And, no. That did not happen. I just got the one, and then I got a little too nauseous and I had to stop. And then I think it was maybe like half an hour more, and then we swapped. So I could have just waited, but
you know what though? I love that ball winding tour.
I do too.
It's so it's smart.
I think I will always carry this with my needle set.
I think that's a good idea.
So if we go on a vacation or another trip or whatever, like, and I just want to cast something on, but I don't have a
ball winder and Swift
access to ball winder and Swift, this will.
You can always hand wind.
Mm-hmm. Which I think is like the smartest thing ever. Even though it does take forever. It took me like an hour. But it's fine.
So I also bought from Hey Penny Farm 4 skeins of fingering Romney wool. It's 2-ply fingering weight. And it's called Pink Phlox number 4. I thought this color was so beautiful. I love a pink, you know that. But she was telling me, this is called Marie, and she was telling me that it was dyed by lichen. So they went out, harvested the lichen, processed it to, leach out the dye, and then dyed the wool with the lichen. So she was like, this is very special yarn. Only a small portion of them was made with that specific lichen, with that color, to get it as saturated on the skein. And I'm just so, happy I was able to find this treasure.
Yeah.
So there's that. And then,
you wanna talk about bricolage?
Yeah.
Bricolage was one of the first fiber companies that I was made aware of, along with Amanda Solomon and Green Goat Ranch, when I first started spinning in 2020. But every time I went to go look at their site, they were always sold out. So this is my first time ever purchasing their wool, and I am so excited. Look at this. How fun is this? It's like a slushy snow cone cotton candy vibe, and I just love it so much.
Jess and I both got a mathematical brio bat, which is Targhee, Surrey, Cordale, Silk, and Noyles. And then this other one is called Programmable Soda, and it's Rambouillet, Surrey, Cordale, and Silk Noyles.
I'm so excited to spin this.
Me too.
I
am thrilled.
I don't know if I want to. I think I want to spin it on
drop spindle.
On my drop spindle. I'm because only because that's how I started spinning, and this was one of the first companies that I learned of, and I just want to really take time with it.
Yes.
And really just kind of live with it, And I love, there's something about a spindle versus a wheel that makes it more I feel like the making is there more, because you're physically twisting it, you're moving that spindle, and you're watching it, and you're drafting it and the whole thing. So I'm excited for that, and that's me.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. We bought a fleece.
Oh, yes, we bought a fleece. It was kind of great. We ended up going to the fleece sale barn, and we walk in because it's been a goal of ours to do the whole process of washing wool, processing it, spinning it, and knitting it. That's always been a goal of ours since we started knitting. So we go in and we're, you know, kind of just like browsing, have no idea what we're looking for. We're like, we don't know, you know, very much about the sheep breeds or like what would be a good beginner fleece. And we talked to a volunteer and she's like, you know, if you want to start somewhere, you might want to start somewhere with a medium to fine grade. And I didn't feel confident in myself, so I phoned a friend and I FaceTimed Sarah from Green Goat Ranch and I was like, hey girl.
Hi, we're at the wool barn. Can you help us? We want to buy a fleece. And she was like, oh,
yes.
okay, yes, let's get you something.
Yeah.
So she kind of was like, well, you go with your gut. You know, look at the tags. These were the helpful tips, so I'm going to give them to you because it helped me understand a little bit more.
Yeah.
Look at the tags. See if it's coated or uncoated. So that means, did the sheep wear a coat to keep the vegetable matter out? How clean is it? Look at the bag. Is it clean? When you're going through it, does it feel nice? Is that something that you possibly want to work with because you will be working a lot with it?
Right.
She said then look at the crimp.
Yeah.
And the staple length
Yep.
of the fleece. And then she goes, but it's so intuitive, you have to follow your gut. You will know if it's the right one for you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't feel good about any of this.
Yeah.
I
Us two noobs are like,
I was very scared. And I was just like, okay, so we're going through.
So then she's like, okay, let's just go around. Like, show me what it looks like.
Yeah.
Show me which sheep it comes from. And she was like, no, that's not a beginner friendly one. That's not a beginner friendly one. That one's cool, but maybe not for you because it would be a little too hard to work with. So we ended up with a Corriedale fleece.
I think it's Cordale.
Yeah. And it didn't have any vegetable matter.
It had very minimal vegetable matter.
Yeah. Because let's be real, it wasn't coated and it's an animal and animals get into stuff, but it wasn't bad. There were hardly any second cuts.
There were some though.
Yeah. But like, you know,
yeah,
some of these can really be shredded. And it was a relatively good price per pound. And she was like, you know, she had us look around and she was like, are there other Corriedale fleeces around you? Look at them. Which one do you like the best? And the one that we originally first went to was the one that we got.
It just felt right.
Which is what she meant by like, it's intuitive and you have to trust your gut. And then...
But when you first start out, it sounds very woo-woo.
Okay, big magic.
I know, but didn't it feel a little like that? You're like, the right fleece will find you. But
it does.
It really did. So I'm really like looking forward to, well, first off, we also got it vacuum packed. So
yes.
you would have seen that by now.
Yeah.
So you know we bought a fleece. But what's nice is that I don't know when we're going to process it, but Sarah's going to help us with the processing of the fleece. She's going to help us clean it. It's going to be hopefully so fun.
It is. And we also got her a fleece because the one that she thought was cool, she was like, can you get it for me? And I was like, look at you. You didn't even have to come and you still bought a fleece. Look at that. But yeah, it was really fun. It was really fun.
It was
because
really fun.
I'm like, it was nice to have like that sense of security and knowledge from someone that does this all the time.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like we were over our heads and being like, well, we're just going to grab this.
Yeah. We also like, my biggest fear of buying a fleece was buying a really expensive fleece and it be difficult to work with, you know, and having a lot to clean, you know, because I don't know how to do any of it.
No.
So like, I'm gonna, you know, do some more research and figure out exactly what I like, you know, sheep breeds and fibers that I like to actually spin. Because I have some in my fiber stash, but again, I've not spun a lot.
Right.
So it's all new.
And we also never really processed the fleece, so we don't know what we like to like process-wise.
Yeah.
You know? So that's a whole other
I know.
journey into learning this. This is great. I'm excited.
So excited. I'm like, not that I need another hobby, but like, this is great. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it's just a longer part of the current hobby.
Yeah.
But that is it.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, final thoughts on Maryland Sheep and Wool. Yarncentric, the whole weekend. What are your final thoughts?
I really enjoyed Yarncentric.
Yes.
I love how they really, really, really take care of their vendors.
I also really love that they curate it.
Yeah.
So they have a little something for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yarn, bags,
They really
fiber.
Do, they really do think of like what
Everything.
people would need.
Different
Price points.
different price points, different styles. I mean, like,
So,
they just had
They had everything.
they
for
had
it,
everything for
everyone.
every aesthetic. It was really, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, they did. The location was amazing. Plenty of parking.
Yes.
Easily accessible.
Indoors.
Air conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
Accessible bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And
And it had a ramp for accessibility.
it was wonderful.
They really thought of everything.
They do such a good work.
Mm-hmm.
They do
Everything
such good
was
work.
streamlined. The volunteers were amazing.
Oh my gosh, yes.
They came around with like Tylenol and water to make sure we were good. They would come by it, half an hour before the show, and they were like, "Do you need help with anything?"
They helped break down. They helped set up. It was amazing. They were phenomenal. I don't know if Mary or Valerie will ever see this, but you did such a wonderful job. And every single person that we've talked to says the same thing. They loved the show. They were impressed with everything that happened this weekend. And it was wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just lucky to be there.
Yeah, we were just lucky.
I felt like, I kept saying, like, I feel like I'm an Oscar nominee. Like, I'm just happy to be nominated. I'm just happy to be there.
I'm just happy to be here. Yeah. So those are my thoughts on Yarncentric. I loved who we were next to.
Oh my God, yeah. Black Pro Magic and Wool Porter Co. Oh,
Emily.
You know what, though? Let me say one thing. There is one thing that I regret not getting. And what is her name? Versus Yarn?
Oh,
Versa Yarn?
Yes, Versa Yarn. She was
across from us. Wonderful person.
So nice.
Loved her aesthetic, her vibe. She was next to Keira Wiggins. She was like, we were right across from them. She had this black light sock yarn.
Which you would have seen.
And I was like, oh, I'm going to get a skein. But, like, there's times where, like, I don't want to purchase it from somebody else that wanted it more.
Right.
So I was going to wait till the end of the, like, the last time slot to get it, because then everyone would have already had a chance, and I'm a vendor. So I didn't want to, like, but, so I didn't get that. So I regrets.
Yeah, because she sold out, which is great. So hopefully it'll be on her website and we'll be able to grab it from her there.
Yes.
But I loved it. It was
Yarncentric was amazing.
it was so good. I mean, the first year was really great too. It was just the rain that like
It was
put
outside.
a
It was a little
damper on
different.
But even that was great.
Oh, yeah.
It was great. That show was really good. I can't speak more highly of it because it was just amazing.
It was it was really great.
It really felt like they really care about you and they want to make sure that you do good.
Also, I will say the organizers are there the entire time. They are going around and making sure, like, yes, they have the volunteers going around, but I mean, Mary and Mike and Valerie, who are, the owners of the event, they also were coming around and checking up on the vendors, which is really great to see. Okay, we did go to Magpie.
We did.
Magpie was great.
So nice.
Twin Mountains and Leslie was amazing.
It was so nice to meet her.
Yes. Magpie was fun. You would see it. I mean, it was just fun. It's a great yarn shop. It was, again, we talked about it already in the podcast. They have a wonderful community thing. We got some yarn. But for me, my whole big thing is obviously MDSW.
Yes.
So although it rained both days, I cannot speak to the Saturday day.
Right.
But Sunday, even though it rained,
it was nice.
It was really nice. Like, it wasn't as cold as the first time we went, which was 2 years ago, which was crazy muddy monsoon season. Yes, it was rainy.
But it was like a light drizzle.
It was really nice. People were like happy to be there. We talked to Jerry and Irina. We talked to a lot of the other, farmers and vendors there. And they were like, people are coming out even though it's raining. People are here. They are out. They are doing the thing. They are the diehards. They're having a great time. And you could feel that the energy in that place was good.
Yeah.
Definitely different feeling than Rhinebeck.
Yeah.
Definitely different vibe.
But it was good. We did also end up going to the demonstration booth where people were doing the sheep to shawl.
That was the most wild thing.
It was so epic. It was so epic to like see this team. It's essentially like watching like a sport on TV in real life, because you know what I mean? Because
it's
you're like
seeing a sport on TV. You can go in real life to see sports too, We saw baseball games.
Yeah, you're right. It's like that. And it's like seeing people
competing in person and have it be super competitive. Like, it was wild.
like it was super competitive in wool. You know what I mean? Like, it's like craft corner deathmatch in real life.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it was just because, like, when people normally think of crafting, they're just like something to relax or to control your ADD or your anxiety.
I love how you're fake knitting like you're knitting on TV.
Yeah, this is just for TV because I don't actually knit like this. My hands don't go that. But to see it all in real life, like people like. It was like
carding,
like
spinning,
carding and just like there's no sewing, but like doing the shuttle, it was just like so cool, and like everybody had their own
like theme.
It was really cool. It was really cool, and I think next year I would want to go and like
watch it
and like actually actively watch it instead of just like drive by because we were leaving that day.
Yeah, we did that last booth, not realizing it was a demonstration booth, and like being like, oh, we're just going to watch it and see how it goes because we didn't know what we were doing. And then we also had to leave because that was like, we were getting close to like hitting our hard limit. But
it was so good.
Loved it. It's smaller than Rhinebeck, but it's still big, and the vibe is different. Like, people,
it's like chiller. It's
more relaxed. It's like people are using, like, you go to Rhinebeck and it's like a fashion show. Like, people are there, they show up, they have these big groups, they're all wearing the same sweater. It's like going to like Cedar Point for wool. Am I wrong? Like, you have the families, it's like Disney. You have the families with the matching t-shirts. You're dressed up in costumes and whatever.
We call it the wool Coachella.
Yeah, I feel like thinking about it now, it's more like Disneyland. People have their Mickey ears, they're like full on committed.
Yeah.
But this was just different. This was like, you
going
could tell,
to a state park.
It was like going to a state park where like people are wearing like, they're actually wearing their everyday knits. It's not just a sweater they knit for the event. It's like a knit that they use in their everyday life.
Yeah.
How they were styling themselves was what they were using for their everyday life. And it was also like weather appropriate. So like, yeah, people were wearing their sweaters, but they were layering. They had their wellies on. Like, they had a hat on. Like, you could tell that they were more there for the fiber than the socialization. It was just fun. And I enjoyed it. And that is all. And we'll see you again in the next one.
Same nitty time.
Same nitty channel. Bye guys.